Are you guys sitting at below 100 subscribers and can't seem to grow your channel at all? Do you want to see that amazing K at the end of your subscriber count? We'll have all the answer today, so stick around till the end of today's video. Now before we get started, I'd like to point out that a massive percentage of those of you that watch my videos aren't even subscribed to the channel. If you enjoy videos like these or other videos on the channel, click the subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of your screen. Now that that's out of the way, what is going on everyone? My name is RMLG, and today I'll teach you how to earn your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in the easiest possible way. This is without any crazy software, gadgets, equipment, or even a large subscriber count. I'd like to mention a small disclaimer that the following tips I will give you are based upon my personal experience on how I achieved this milestone. A lot of people think that getting 1,000 subscribers is this hard and crazy process, but it's not unless you know what you're doing. This video will be divided into 8 categories in no specific order that will help your channel grow. Each of these categories will be timestamped in the description, so if you would like to check out the individual tips that apply to you, feel free to check that out. Tip number 1 is to be patient. A lot of us creators tend to be real impatient when it comes to our uploads. We expect tons of views to roll in within the first day, and I don't blame any of you for thinking that. Because let's be honest here. Who wouldn't want to hit YouTube's algorithm and explode that same day? Unfortunately, that's not the case most of the time, but I do have some good news for you. Although some videos do not take off within the first week or month, it isn't the end. That's just because YouTube hasn't received a lot of data and statistics regarding your video's performance, CTRs, and audience retention. A crazy fact is that most of the popular videos you see on your recommended daily were uploaded months ago and decided to finally catch fire in terms of views today. Another example of this is my video called VideoGames Portrayed by SpongeBob. Link will be in the description. I uploaded that video in early August of 2020. It was primarily dead for months on end, but suddenly around New Year's of 2021, it began to hit YouTube's algorithm like crazy. From about New Year's to the time in which I'm recording this video, which is February 16th, so like about a month and a half, it has gone around 150,000 total video views. So if you have a video at basically 13 or like just a crazy low amount of views, you never know, it may explode in the future. Tip number 2 is to expand your community and meet others. Now, this is the most fun tip and thing about being a YouTuber. If you're starting out on YouTube and you can't seem to grow at all, then fear no more. Expanding your audience is what makes us all grow on the platform. For example, let's say you start a gaming channel and you decide to play Call of Duty. There are millions of Call of Duty videos being uploaded monthly. Now what you want to do is comment on someone's video relating to Call of Duty, saying something along the lines of, "Hello, I really appreciate your content and ideas. I find them very unique. Let's genuinely support each other." Now the worst case scenario is that the person says no and you simply move on. Your goal is to create a community of fellow gamers that enjoy the same things as you. One of my longtime subscribers and friends is I Got the Milk. We met because I left a comment on his video about 10 months ago, telling him that I liked his content and we should support each other. And to this day, he and I are still friends. Now disclaimer, do not mix building a community through meeting and supporting one another with sub for sub. And now that brings up our next tip. Tip number 3, do not sub for sub. Now, sub for sub is one of the oldest YouTube tricks to gain your first 100 subscribers instantly, but this tactic isn't as pretty as it sounds. Sub for sub is the practice of subscribing to someone else's channel in exchange for them subscribing to yours. Now, you're probably thinking, but if they're subscribing to me and I'm subscribing to them, it's a win-win, right? Now, my answer is yes, but on the outside. Now, let me give you a real-life example here. Let's say you sub for so long. You eventually get 1,000 subscribers. Wow. Congratulations on your fake milestone. Yes, fake. Because it doesn't look too pretty when it shows that you have 1,200 subscribers and your latest video, which was made about a week ago, only has 9 views. That's the hard truth. Now ask yourself this. Out of all those people that subscribe to you through sub for sub, how many of them still watch to this day? Now the most logical answer I could give would probably be less than 5%. And yes, of course, there's probably that chance they'll unsubscribe weeks later without notice. I'll admit that when I had 12 subscribers almost a year ago, I used to do sub for sub, but it was never effective, I promise you that. Creators who offer such exchanges may risk losing subscriber numbers, receiving a terms of use strike, and even having their channel terminated. Yikes. According to Quora.com, they said subscribers is more of a status symbol than anything else. Sub4Sub isn't inherently good or bad, but those people probably aren't going to watch your videos, so there isn't much of a point there. Now, one of the YouTube administrators said, Sub4Sub is one of the worst things you can do to a new channel because you will not get any real subscribers, and it will only boost the number of subscribers you have, not the number of viewers you have. You want your videos to be what people subscribe to your channel for, not because of some Sub4Sub work. To wrap this tip up, do not fall into the trap of doing Sub4Sub because it'll only make things worse. You'll thank me later. Tip number 4 is to limit your niches. Now, for those of you who do not know what a niche is, a YouTube niche is what makes your channel unique. When you are finding a niche for your YouTube channel, you are looking for a subset of a genre, subject, or topic to make videos about. A niche can be broad, like a channel about traveling, for instance. People are split on whether you should have one or many niches. In my personal opinion, if you are first starting off small, I highly recommend sticking with one niche, whether it be gaming, cooking, or sports podcasts. The point is to obtain a big enough audience to watch your content on a regular basis, which then grows your subscriber count massively. When I first started off on YouTube, about 85% of my channel dealt with gaming videos, as I began rising and hit 100 subscribers in no time. Now, as you slowly get into bigger subscriber counts like 500 to 1,000, then you could start opening up more ideas for your channel. For RMLG, I focus on trending topics or even videos that I know I'll have fun making, as well as having my audience enjoy it too. Simply put, stick with one niche until you truly feel you are ready to expand your channel genre. Speaking of having fun, that brings up our next tip. Tip number 5 is to have fun. A lot of YouTubers raise the bar extremely high and are too hard on themselves if they don't achieve their goals. Look, if you've grown at the idea of making another YouTube video, then I'll be the first to tell you that YouTube probably isn't best for you. YouTube is such a fun journey with plenty of incentives down the road. You should always be uploading, meeting new creators, and receiving audience feedback. Believe me when I say this, if you truly love what you do on YouTube in terms of content, people will show up to watch you. Because YouTube is a business and its main goal is to distribute millions of videos to people's home pages. Keep in mind that YouTube does not owe you anything. They are allowing you to place content on their platform to show the world. Now let's go back to the having fun part. Again, for example, let's take a look at Mr. Beast. He started off making Minecraft videos before he became the YouTube legend he is today. Despite receiving minimal amount of subscribers in his first year, he was still passionate about what he did. He kept working and sharpening his skills, so little by little, he was capturing the attention of millions of viewers, and to this day, he is one of the most well-known YouTubers. Passion truly drives us towards our goals. Tip number 6 is to upload frequently. Now, you can't expect to grow on YouTube if you have only 1, 5, or even 10 videos on your channel within the last year. Now, from what I've heard from other fellow creators, the amount of videos to have on your channel before you see them take off is around 25 to 50 views. Yeah. It takes time for you to grow and get noticed. Now please do not be the person who after watching this video starts uploading like 20 videos to your channel at once, because it doesn't work like that. I recommend you have an upload rate, whether it be daily or weekly. But I definitely do not recommend uploading every day because you're only setting yourself up for failure and extreme exhaustion. The best upload rate I can advise is every week because it builds anticipation for your audience and it's going to make them hungrier to watch your next video. When you're starting out, 1 to 2 videos a week is plenty. Never rush uploads, but make sure you edit them well. People are more likely to subscribe and like your videos when they are enjoyable. If you upload daily videos but they aren't well put together, then people just aren't simply going to watch them. It's just the truth. Now, if you're feeling tired and you feel like you need to go take a break, go ahead. Because remember, none of us are perfect and everyone deserves a break from what they do. Trust me, your audience will understand it, and if they don't, well, let's just say they aren't very empathetic. Tip number 7 is thumbnails. Now, it's it's very important to make your thumbnails as engaging as possible, while also using your thumbnail to tell a potential viewer what the video will be about. Because YouTube is primarily a visual platform where people watch videos, and viewers will look at the thumbnails before they read the title of your video. Think of thumbnails as the first impression. You want to create the best image that's the most relevant to what your video is about. A great custom video thumbnail can make all the difference when it comes to a viewer clicking through to your video. A good thumbnail makes you want to watch the video, and a bad thumbnail or no thumbnail does not make a good impression. Simply put, displayed on your screen are two thumbnails. They are both the same video and title. Which are you most likely to click? Now I hope 100% of you answered the thumbnail on the right because you guys are correct. Think of it this way, the better your thumbnail is, the higher your click-through rate will be. And it's very important that you have a high click-through rate for your video to be displayed on the platform. You don't need to be a professional graphic designer to make a creative thumbnail, because believe me, I'm not. In fact, you can use Canva to pick a pre-made template to use that. If Canva isn't for you, try using Photoshop or PIXLR. They are both very good sites to make thumbnails. Personally, I like PIXLR because the tools are easily accessible yet effective. And 90% of my thumbnails are made from that site. So please be sure to check that out. I'll leave a link to PIXLR in the description below. Tip number 8 is our final yet most important tip in this video, which is boost your game, meaning editing and software. This is probably one of the most overlooked and misjudged things that YouTubers do. They upload videos in 240 or 360 quality and expect people to start diving in and watching your stuff. Unfortunately, unless that video was made 10 years ago like me at the zoo, it's not gonna happen, I'm telling you that. You gotta learn to boost your game, like improving your editing and audio. Now remember how I said at the beginning of this video that this is a tutorial on how to earn your first 1,000 subscribers without any high-tech equipment? Well, I wasn't wrong. You don't need all this fancy editing software to stand out. As a matter of fact, a lot of things you could get are free or can even be as cheap as $5. $5, people. There are tons of free editing software that you can add to your computer like iMovie, OpenShot, Shotcut, and the one I switched to, DaVinci Resolve. Now that editing is out of the way, let's talk about audio. Audio is so important when it comes to your audience retention. If you use the built-in microphone from your computer, chances are people will click out of your video. It's the harsh truth. It's been proven. What I suggest is picking up a microphone from a local store or on Amazon. When people think of microphones, you think the Blue Yeti, the Blue Snowball, or even the Rode NT USB. Now, I'll admit that the headset I use for gaming costs around $80. But let me ask you this. Do you guys like the audio in this video? What if I told you guys that the microphone I'm using to record this video cost me little to almost nothing? If you are planning on recording your face on your video, the quality of your phone should be good enough. I personally believe that iPhone quality is very effective, however, I'm not too sure about Androids. Now, you guys understand how effective your editing and audio are. It plays a huge role on whether your video explodes or not. I have a bonus tip for those of you still watching at this point. If you are making a video in which you talk for a lengthy amount of time, try scripting your video. It creates so many benefits for you. You would not believe how many times I have seen, whether it be a tutorial or a gameplay video, and the creator says about 20 times. When you write your own scripts, you can add whatever you want. It's your choice. Please do it. It's free. It's not like it costs anything. You'll thank me in the future when your video sounds 10 times better. So there we have it, everyone. That is my tutorial on how to earn your first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube in the easiest possible way. Now I get that a lot of you guys want to earn your first 1,000 subscribers because you want to get monetized. That's very understandable. But keep in mind, you also need to get the 4,000 hours of watch time. And if you guys want a tutorial on how to do so, leave a comment saying that you do. If you guys enjoy these types of videos, feel free to leave a like and subscribe so you won't miss another upload. That is all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is RMLG, and as always, keep on rocking.